I request the candidates to be seated in your places. I request everyone to wear your robe and cap. Those who are seated back, kindly wear your robe and cap. I repeat, I request everyone to wear your robe and cap. So kindly maintain the decorum since the chief guest has arrived.
We welcome Dr. E. Kannan, Registrar, Dr. R. Shivaraman, COE, Dr. Hazardya Yadav, HOD Chemistry, Dr. M. R. Bindu, Head of English, Dr. M. L. Suresh, Head Mathematics, Dr. D. Sendil Kumar, Head Physics, Dr. B. Jayaprabha, Head Management, Dr. J. Sridevi, Head CPA, Dr. C. Mahesh, Head IT, Dr. A. Geeta Selvarani, Head Civil, Dr. N. M. Masood Banu, Head Biomed, Dr. V. R. Manoj, Head Biotech, Dr. N. Lennon, Head Mechanical, Dr. P. Chandrasekhar, Head EEE, Dr. P. Estarani, Head ECE, Dr. R. Jaganraj, Head Aero, Dr. M. Amala Justice Selvam, Head Auto. I request all to please stand up. Kindly welcome them. Dr. B. Someswar Rao, Head School of Law. Dr. B. Nagalingeshwar Raju, Dean Hostel. Dr. S. Irdayaraj, Dean SOM. Dr. V. Jayashankar, Dean SOE. Dr. Jack Caramel Berry Belinda, Dean Academics.
Dr. M.S.R. Mariyappan, Dean. Dr. Suresh Paul E., Dean Media Technology. Dr. E. Balasubramaniam, Dean R&D. Dr. A. Subramaniam, Dean SOL. Dr. S. Kotishwaran, Dean Research Studies. Dr. P. Vijayaraman, Dean CC. Dr. S. R.S. Valarmati, Dean DQA. Dr. P. Suresh, Dean DINT. Dr. V. Srinivas Rao, BOM member. Dr. M. Shivakumar, BOM member. Dr. B. Venkatraman, BOM member. Dr. H.S. Shan, BOM member. Dr. V. Jagdish Kumar, BOM member. Dr. A. T. Ravichandran, BOM member. Dr. P. Chandrakumar, BOM member. Mr. K. V. D. Kishore Kumar, Vice President. Mrs. Rangarajan Mahalakshmi Kishore, BON member and Chairperson and Managing Trustee. Dr. Mrs. Sakuntala Rangarajan, Foundress, President and BOM member. Dr. S. Salivahanan, Vice Chancellor. Professor Vale, Dr. R. Rangarajan, Chancellor.
Let us all rise for the invocation.
Adisiram the I now invite Vice Chancellor Professor S. Sullivan to deliver the welcome address.
Distinguished Chief Guest Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, Founder Chairman, Science, Chairman, CAI, National Education Council, the most respected Chancellor and Founder President, Colonel Professor Dr. Vel R. Rangarajan, respected Founders President, Dr. Mrs. Saundala Rangarajan, and Mrs. Rangarajan Mahalakshmi Kishore, Chairperson and Managing Trustee, Mr. KVD Kishore Kumar, Vice President, distinguished members of the Board of Management, Registrar, Deans, Controller of Examinations, HODs, and University Academia, distinguished invitees, press and media, graduates and their proud parents, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. On behalf of the Chancellor, members of the Trust and Board of Management, faculty, staff and students of our institute, I wholeheartedly welcome you all for this solemn occasion of the 12th Convocation of Well-Tech Dr. Rangarajan, Dr. Saundala R&D Institute of Science and Technology, Avadi, Chennai. At the outset, I sincerely thank the Chief Guest, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, for having accepted our invitation to participate in this 12th Convocation of renowned Well-Tech University, Chennai, to deliver the Convocation address and to distribute the degree certificates to the graduates and medals to the rank holders. Also, we are extremely happy that the Chief Guest, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, is going to be honored in this Convocation with the honorary doctorate for his outstanding contributions to Indian engineering, research and development industry. Hearty congratulations to the graduates, their family members and friends. At this juncture, it gives me great pleasure to share some of the developments and achievements that our institute would accomplish in recent times. Well-Tech has been promoted by Colonel Professor Vel Dr. R. Rangarajan and Dr. Saundala Rangarajan with the vision of creating model citizens who would contribute professionally and socially to the nation. Well-Tech provides good opportunities to the students of all strata of the society through high quality education. Well-equipped infrastructure, competent faculty and a range of co-curricular and extracurricular activities at Well-Tech ensure a holistic 360-degree development of students. Moreover, through EDCIL, we cater to international students and special student exchange programs are also offered in countries like France, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, etc. Our university is known for its excellent and unique national facilities such as Center of Excellence for Manufacturing Facilities, Automotive Engine Test Facility, Artificial Intelligence, Supercomputer, PCB design and fabrication facility, and e-waste management and plastic waste management. Global Alliances of Well-Tech has international relations with more than 540 institutions across 38 countries and has entered in the Memorandum of Understanding with more than 173 institutions. Well-Tech established industry-supported lab such as WAPCO Vehicle Control Systems Lab and High-Speed Bearing Test Facility, Bangalore. Entrepreneurship helps the economy of a country to grow and create new jobs. Well-Tech Technology Business Incubator has started functioning since 2010 with the support of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Well-Tech TBI has supported 267 startups so far and has provided seed fund of rupees 7.5 crore rupees to more than 70 entrepreneurs. Well-Tech TBI was recognized as one of the 5 centers of excellence under Nidhi Center of Excellence scheme by Department of Science and Technology. Nidhi Prayas scheme supported 44 innovators with the grant of up to rupees 10 lakh each to develop their innovative ideas and products. It has been recently recognized by Startup India Seed Fund worth rupees 5.25 crore to support early stage startup. The institute has got a proactive research ambience and was granted R&D projects worth rupees 53 crore from DST, DPT, DAE and DRDO, and with new collaborative funding from various countries like Korea, Canada and Taiwan. I am pleased to mention that Honorable Vice President of our nation, Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu, inaugurated Nidhi Center of Excellence in Manufacturing at our university during March 2019, which was one of the pride moments that will be remembered forever. The Vice President was accompanied by Sri Banwarilal Prabhu, former Governor of Tamil Nadu. WellTech has become a first member from India in CDIO, conceive, design, implement and operate education framework. The institute has been accredited by A grade with the A grade for a period of 5 years by NAC. 3 BTech degree programs in civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering have been accredited by National Board of Accreditation under Tier 1 category till 2025. WellTech has been ranked in top 100 in National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, India Ranking, Ministry of Education, Government of India since 2017. The institution is placed in excellent band among the institutes in the country under the category of privately funded institutions of Altal Ranking of Institutions on Innovation Achievements 2021. Our university offers 21 UG and 19 PG degree programs and PhD in Engineering and Technology, Management Studies and Arts and Science with 11,000 students, 563 PhD scholars and 720 dedicated faculty. Every year, 10% of our graduates are getting admissions in foreign universities for doing their master degree program. Many of our graduates pursued their internship in the reputed industries and research organizations in our nation and abroad. About 237 graduates underwent industry internship at 69 reputed industries and 72 of them received stipend. Most of them got placement in the same companies. 82 graduates underwent research internships in Japan, Germany, France, Singapore, Malaysia and Taiwan with financial assistance. Ms. Shering Wang Mo from Mechanical Engineering was awarded Erasmus Mundus Scholarship of 47,000 euro to pursue her master's study in Europe. Every student is given opportunity to study courses offered by industry experts and renowned professors from international universities. In the academic year 2021-22, 26 courses were taught by international visiting faculties from NES Singapore, University of Michigan USA, University of Wisconsin USA, California State University USA, Latrobe University Australia and other top institutes across the globe. WellTech gives emphasis on extra and co-curricular activities. More than 30 clubs such as dance club, music club, karate club, arts and drama club, photography club, etc. And also WellTech was sanctioned with the units NSS, NCC Air Wing, NCC Naval Wing, NCC Army Wing for girls. Our student Ms. Harini S. BA LLB participated in the Prime Minister's Republic Day Parade conducted at New Delhi on 26/1/2022. She is the only student from Tamil Nadu participated in the rally. She is ranked as Senior Cadet Captain from NCC Naval Wing. She handed over the fight flag to the chief guest, fight president Mr. Evokich Arcade at the validity function of 44th Fight Chess Olympiad Chennai. Mr. Jagadish Rao, BA LLB student, received first prize in National Rifle Shooting held on 25/7/2022. We have achieved 80% placements in the year 2021-22 with the highest salary of rupees 44 lakh per annum. Top companies such as Cognizant, Accenture, Capgemini, Wipro and Infosys visited us for day one sharing. We had 255 recruiters including Amazon, Wells Fargo, Amadeus Labs, Apollo R&D, Nielsen IQ, Microchip, Verizon, OpenText, Zoho Corp, Walmart, etc. It is always a gratifying moment to witness 2,412 students graduating from the institution to their wings into this universe to make their career while contributing to the growth of science and technology and society. In the year 2022, out of 2,412 graduates, 43 scholars have completed their PhD, 1,005 students have secured first class with distinction, and 1,314 students have secured first class. It gives me great pleasure to express my appreciation and gratitude to the faculty, supporting staff, students, parents, and our alumni for their outstanding contributions and the unassuming cooperation without which our university would not have achieved these developments. Gold medals are instituted by the management to honor the university first rank holders and department toppers. Also, I take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates and recipients of the PhD degree and gold medals on this occasion and look forward to their great contribution for the development of our nation. On behalf of the management, faculty and on my own, I once again extend a warm welcome to one and all for your presence. I wholeheartedly wish you all a bright future and great success in your endeavors. Thank you.
I declare the convocation ceremony open. I declare the convocation ceremony open.
It is a great honor for me to even, read out this sentence. Let Dr. BVR Mohan Reddy, Founder Chairman, signed Chairman, CII National Education Council, be now presented. While Dr. BVR Mohan Reddy stands, Dr. S. Salivahan, Vice Chancellor, will read his citation.
Dr. BVR Mohan Reddy is a visionary who firmly placed India on the global engineering research and development services map by establishing Scient, formerly Infotech Enterprises, in 1991. His efforts led Scient to contribute more than $5 billion in cumulative experts from India to several global clients, including many Fortune 100 companies. His efforts led to the creation of jobs for engineering professionals across 14 countries. Dr. Reddy served as the chairman of NASCAM, National Association of Software and Service Companies, during the year 2015-16. He served as the chairman of CAI Southern Region and currently as the chairman of CAI Education Council. Dr. Reddy is also the founding director of T-Hub, the largest startup incubation center in the country. Dr. Reddy took up several leadership positions to promote higher education in the country. He is currently the chairman of Board of Conveners of IIT Hyderabad and also IIT Roorkee. He is a member of the Leadership Advisory Board at the University of Michigan College of Engineering, USA, and a member of the Court of Governors of Administrative Staff College of India. Dr. Reddy has chaired the Evaluation Committee of Atal Ranking of Institutions of Innovation Achievements 2019, constituted by Ministry of HRD. Dr. Reddy received India's fourth highest civilian award, the Padma Shri, in 2017 for his contribution to trade and industry. He is the recipient of the Distinguished Leadership Award of the American Society of Mechanical Engineering. He was conferred Lifetime Achievement Awards from Hyderabad Management Association, Hyderabad Software Enterprises Association, and the Center of Organization Development, recognizing his industry leadership, corporate excellence, and institution building. He is the recipient of Distinguished Alumnus Award from IIT Kanpur and is a fellow of the Institution of Engineers, India. Dr. Reddy holds postgraduate degrees from IIT Kanpur and University of Michigan, USA. He is also the recipient of 5 honorary doctorates. Thank you.
In the name and on behalf of the Board of Management of Vailtech Rangarajan, Dr. Sakuntala R&D Institute of Science and Technology, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science in this deemed university, and in token thereof you have been presented with this doctorate, and I authorize you to wear the gown and hood ordained as insignia of your degree. I invite the Chief Guest, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, Founder Chairman SIAN, Chairman CII National Education Council, to deliver the Convocation address.
Colonel Professor Dr. R. Rangarajan, the founder, president, and the chancellor of your institution. Mrs. Rangarajan Mahalakshmi Kishore, chairperson and management trustee. Professor Sally Vahanan, vice chancellor. Professor Kannan, registrar. Deans, faculty, staff of Welltech Rangarajan Sakuntala R&D Institution of Sciences and Technology, dignitaries, guests, and my dear graduating students, good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you. I thought there was nobody else in the audience today, but I'm glad I have at least a couple of thousand people. Thank you. I'm delighted to join all of you for this convocation this morning, because I'm in the middle of some of the best minds in education in creating the Welltech University. It's indeed an honor for me to be the chief guest, receive the honorary degree in engineering, and also deliver the convocation address for this institution. Today is actually a momentous day for the graduating class. I'm sure your dreams have been fulfilled, and this has been the biggest dream of your life. And hearty congratulations to entire graduating class. Can you join your hands to congratulate the graduating class, please? As you celebrate, I request you to pause for a moment to acknowledge and express gratitude to all those people who have supported you, guided you, stood by you all these years. Your parents, your teachers, your friends, and above all, this institution. You accomplished this important milestone thanks to the unstinted support from all these stakeholders I just now mentioned. I like to take the opportunity to congratulate Welltech University for the superior academic distinctions and also leading to cutting-edge multidisciplinary research for last 25 years. Your spirit of excellence and motivation is admirable. I commend the vision of the founders, Dr. Rangarajan and Dr. Shakuntala, and the relentless dedication of the faculty led by Professor Sally Vahanan, and the staff for the remarkable ability to making research relevant to the society and industry. It's also important I also recognize the efforts being made by Mrs. Mahalakshmi as the management trustee of this institution. Congratulations, madam, for building an outstanding institution. Let's give a round of applause to Mrs. Mahalakshmi. The institute is really walking its talk in the belief that there's no boundaries in pursuit of knowledge. I'll just make three comments about three different areas. Please bear with me for next 10 minutes or so. The first one will be on technology. The second one is on entrepreneurship. And the third is my few words of wisdom for the graduating class. The first is about technology. I'm sure by now people could have recognized how old I am. I was born in the year 1950. I'm a septuagenarian. In these last 70 plus years of my life, I've seen an enormous amount of change to this nation. I was born in the independent Republic of India. It was a poverty-ridden country. There were many sections of the society who had starvation. But in the last 70 years, we have seen an enormous amount of progress that has happened to this nation. I have seen the liberation of Bangladesh, the wars that we had with Pakistan, the emergence of your favorite cricket player, Sachin Tendulkar. We have seen the ups and downs of COVID-19, or the new game called the T20. I'm sure many of you are glued onto it. All these we have seen on one side. On the other side, if you look at technology front too, I started my life by watching black and white movies in a movie theater. We started then seeing the color movies. We now have the luxury of watching the movies in a fairly large screen at home on demand, whether it's a Netflix or an Amazon Prime. Or I have seen computers which used to be huge in size. They read out my profile. I went to IIT Kanpur way back in 1971. And the computer center used to be as large as this particular auditorium. It had a computer, it had three computers actually. One was called an IBM 7044, the second was an IBM 1620, the other was an IBM 1401. But the computing power of all these three computers together is less than what most of you have as a smartphone with you. And that was catering to, at that point of time, at least 5,000 students on the campus of IIT Kanpur. So I have seen enormous number of changes that have happened. We never had email. Work was being done on faxes. We now have the luxury of just not email, a fairly large amount of exposure to the social media. I am certainly active on LinkedIn, the Facebook, the Twitter. All these accounts buzz with activities. Enormous amount of change that I have seen in the last 70 years. But what I think you will see is a lot more than what I have seen. So at times I keep joking, I wish I was born now, because I didn't experience this. I did not experience this profound change that all of you are going through at this point of time. While we are seeing these advances going faster and faster, we keep saying they're accelerating. If you look at computers, they're becoming smaller, they're becoming cheaper, they're becoming faster. Certainly, I think what we have seen further is the incredible amount of change that will happen in years to come. For example, if you take machine learning, it is rapidly beating humans. I'm sure occasionally all of us hear that in a game of chess, the computer beats the human beings. And we also now believe that the machine vision part of it have better ability to see than a naked human eye. Take the example of an X-ray. A lesion on an X-ray can be seen far ahead by a computer vision system compared to a doctor hanging that X-ray in front of you on a background of white light. So our belief is, if you apply Moore's law at this point of time, or before that, the reason why human beings are superior to the computers is the number of neurons you have in your brain. All of us have in our brains. But it wouldn't be too far away if you apply Moore's law. By 2040, the computers will also have equal number of neurons in their brains. This is called the moment of singularity, when the computer will compete with the human being. with an advantage they have. What's the advantage? Is they get upgraded software periodically, whereas you have to put the effort to upgrade yourself in terms of your intelligence. So don't get very worried about this new breed called the computer that will come by, or the breed of supercomputers that were there, or supercomputers that will be there as we move forward. But I think what you should definitely think about is a positive way of saying, I can do better things than what the computers do. Who created this computer? I created the computer. The human being created the computer. So look at it from a positive perspective, that the technology development today will relieve us from routine things, and we would definitely be in a position to spend our time on higher order skills compared to the lower order skills. I'm almost at the fag end of my career. I have done well in terms of creating something called Engineered in India. I actually wrote a book. I saw it in the stands before I walked in here, primarily to say in one generation what we could build as an institution. I've got about 18,000 people who work in the company. So I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, have that ability to do what I have done. So therefore, I think the advantage that you have compared to people like me is that you have the advantage of technology still becoming faster, cheaper, and smaller. What we see is this technology will bring about lots of different challenges. I was just mentioning to Madam Mahalakshmi in the car that if you look at a very traditional high-end luxury car like Mercedes-Benz, the competition for Mercedes-Benz came from a BMW, it came from an Audi, maybe in some ways it came from a Porsche. But what we think will happen as we move forward is it won't be competing with them, it will start competing with companies like the Tesla, or the Google, or the Uber, or the Apple. So why am I saying this? It's because there is so much amount of disruption that's happening. Google and Apple spend hundreds of millions of dollars at this point of time in making sure that they have next generation automobile. I've seen test cars at labs of these companies, without naming one more, is where the car does not have a driver's seat any longer. The car has just a round seating. People can sit together and talk. Just tell the car where it has to go. Why do you require a driving seat? Why do you require two people facing this way, two people facing the same direction but behind them? So the point I like to make is the transformations that we will see in years to come is going to be far, far different. While it is challenging, it also provides a big opportunity for all of you. So therefore, technology has become all pervasive. Technology has become absolutely transparent. It is now in every area, every conceivable area you can think about. When I say technology, please don't mistake, I'm saying computer technology. I'm saying technology per se, which is computers, communication, sensors, algorithms, and so on and so forth. And therefore, what will happen is that every field has now got technology being applied. You name a field, I'll give you an example. I wouldn't have imagined in the past saying that agriculture will use technology. But I do work in something called precision agriculture. What is it about? We fly drones at this point of time to get the imagery of the crop. The original intent was only to detect pest on the field. But now we realize from the imagery that comes, we can detect as many as 64 different parameters of the crop. Health of the soil, moisture in the soil, the health of the crop, yield of the crop, the pests that are there, the pesticide that should go in, and so on and so forth. So therefore, please do not move away from your core competency. They will not disappear. Mechanical engineering will not disappear, chemical engineering will not disappear, or will civil engineering disappear. All of us will have a component of technology in it. So my first advice with the technology play going on is, just don't get wary about just computers. Please equip yourself in terms of technologies to ensure that in your area of core competence, you can also apply technology. My next one is about entrepreneurship, or I'll talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat. I like to draw your attention to the fact that the 21st century, technology and knowledge are the key components of economic growth. In 75 years of independent India, the country came a long way, and today counts to a number of strengths, and it survives to transform itself into a knowledge economy. Availability of skilled human capital, especially information technology, democratic systems, a democratic system, widespread use of language, microeconomic stability, a dynamic private sector, an institute of free market economy, one of the largest local markets in the world, improved the ease of doing business as well as developed financial sector, and a broad and diversified science and technology infrastructure. Now, however, what we have is truly leverage these strengths, and to get the benefit of knowledge revolution, stand tall in the future knowledge intensive global economy that's being disrupted by new technologies. India needs to intensely focus on foundation pillars, reform the education system, and create an efficient research and innovation ecosystem. So if some of you may not know this, but what happens all around the world is 60% of jobs get created by new companies. Only 40% of jobs get created by old companies or existing companies or large multinationals. So every nation has the need for creating more newer and newer companies. And what I talked about so far in terms of technology disruptions that are happening, the opportunities for companies to get more and more, the opportunities for creating more and more companies at this point of time are much easier. And you have the onus and responsibility to become a job creator as opposed to a job seeker. And that is very important in a nation like India. I'm sure you know we have 1.3 billion people. And at 1.3 billion people, 65% of that population is in that age group of 15 years to 65 years, which is called demographic dividend. We enjoy that opportunity at this point of time as a nation. But we have a challenge in terms of creating enough of jobs too with them. And as a result of that, what we can do with the technology coming in and the need for creating jobs. And the third element is that the government push to become Atmanirbhar Bharat. A lot of I'm sure you read in the newspapers all about the challenges the global economies are facing today, geopolitics as they're called. Geopolitics started even 7-8 years back. We saw in the Trump era things like the FTA is being cancelled. Thereafter we had the Brexit coming in, or we had COVID, the Ukraine war, and any time there's this challenge with China and Taiwan, or South Korea and North Korea. So countries have started looking more inwardly. So if you look at these three intersections I'm talking about, one is the technology, the second one is the demographic dividend, and the third one is our country's government looking inwardly in terms of trying to say we want more amount of self-reliance gives you more opportunities. So I know for sure that Weldtech has done very well in making sure that we have a technology business incubator. It's the incubators which leverage themselves into innovation or the other way around, but finally leads into entrepreneurship. So I would secondly leave the message with you that please try to become entrepreneurs. That I think is the future for every one of you. You might say it's very easy to say, difficult to do it. No, you have not tried it, so therefore you think it's difficult to do. If you try it, you'll find it that it's as good, as easy as what you do today. My last part is about sharing a few words of wisdom with you. Whether you work in India or in any other part of the world, remember the world is changing at an unprecedented pace. We talked about it so far, and is throwing surprises at every turn. So what do we do to thrive amid such rapidly changing business and employment ecosystems? You need to get smart with technology, become digitally literate, irrespective of your core competence, and use technology in a way that benefits both you and those around you. However, remember what Albert Einstein famously said, the human spirit must prevail over technology. It is not what technology does to us, it's the purpose for which the technology is used is paramount. Remember the same principle about atomic fusion that can be constructively used for generating nuclear power or destroy the world with a nuclear bomb, with nuclear bombs. Our intention dictates the outcomes. Besides, inculcate the foundational cognitive skills such as critical and analytical thinking, good communications, mental flexibility, self-confidence, and interpersonal skills as proactively building relationships, collaboration, and ability to work in teams. These skills will help you to gain employment and function effectively. So the 5 words of wisdom that I had to, themes of wisdom I would say, to share with you today. The first one is develop the spirit of inquiry and lifelong learning. Please do not think today is end of it, all of it for your learning. This is just one milestone. The pace at which technology is changing, you need to continuously upgrade yourselves. But then you have one advantage compared to people like us. You don't need to go to the library, you need to go and find a book. If you have an intent, if you have a break here, you can even learn from your smartphone right here, logging into a YouTube all about what is of interest to you. So therefore, what you should do is, the only way learning comes to me is that you don't say, car has 4 wheels. What you need to understand is, why does car have 4 wheels? Why doesn't it have 3 wheels? That is the curiosity with which you should start questioning. And make sure that you continuously learn to upgrade yourself all through your life. The second one is inculcate the entrepreneurial mindset. My thought process on entrepreneurial mindset, irrespective of being an entrepreneur, is your ability to say, I own the place. I keep talking to my own colleagues in the company that you don't need to get more salary or less salary. You'll get enormous amount of satisfaction that I did it. If you have a responsibility, you become accountable for that responsibility. Entrepreneurial mindset to me is your ability to think like an entrepreneur who says, I own this place, I am responsible for this place, and I am accountable for this place. That's my second one. My third one is a continuous ambition for excellence. I think this is again something which does not tire you. It doesn't require any amount of training for you. You can become ambitious to excellence just by an attitudinal change. Everything that I do, I had to do it the best. Where I am in my life, I keep telling people that you tell me a task and I will prove to you, I may not be as fast as you can do it, but I can do the best. So that is something which is, you have to develop it as a attitude in your life to say it's an ambition for excellence. It could be a very mundane thing like even dining table. I keep saying I can clean better than my home assistant. The day I can do it better, he loses his job. So your ability to have an attitude to say I will strive only for the excellence. You might not achieve it, but your continuous attempt to do that, persistence, is the one which will bring you more amount of success. And the fourth one I have is values-based leadership. Values to me are very important. I went to an engineering college way back in the 1960s, late 60s. And I can still remember what the structural engineering professor taught me. He told me all about values. He said, if you lose your money, you can get it back. If you lose your health, you may get it back. If you lose your values, you will never get it back. So therefore, I think that is the one which you carry with you. We keep saying the value of a person is sum total of values of the individual. For example, in our company that we talk about values first, FIRST, fairness, integrity, respect, trust and sincerity. So these are the things which you should carry all along with your life. You will make money, you will lose money. That's something to me very, very unimportant to me. Money will come if you do the right things. So therefore, don't lose your values. And finally, recognize that society does a lot of good to you. Society, I keep saying, I drove for an hour and 20 minutes all the way from the city into your institution. Where did I drive? I drove on a public road. Did I pay for the road? I did not. Who paid for the road? The society paid for the road. No denying, all of us pay taxes for it. But the society, I went to a school, I went to an engineering college. I just asked Mahalakshmi madam about tuition fees, but my tuition fees, madam, was 350 rupees in the engineering college for every yearly fees. So, and 350 was not good enough. So who paid for it or who subsidized it? It's the society which subsidizes us. Even what you're paying today, I wouldn't call the number, but it's not the money. The government has lots of support. The government is nothing but people's money. So you have a responsibility to give it back to the society. That's my 5 words of wisdom to you. The first one is develop the spirit of inquiry. The second one is develop spirit of entrepreneurship. The third one is constantly search for excellence. The fourth one is value-based leadership. And the fifth one is give back to the society. I said where I am in my life, and I have a strong belief that I am past. What I see in front of me, in front of my eyes today, is my future. The fact that I'm seeing very, very sharp minds, shining eyes, smiling faces, makes me feel that I leave behind my future in the safe hands of every one of you. I wish to conclude by wishing all of you all the very best in your endeavors. Godspeed and thank you.
By virtue of the authority vested on me by the Chancellor, I admit you to the degrees in the branches of Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Aeronautical Engineering, Computer Science Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, English, Maths, Chemistry, Management Studies, Master of Technology in Aeronautical Engineering, Unmanned Aerial Vehicles, Automobile Engineering, Biotechnology, Big Data Analytics, CAD/CAM, Computer Science and Engineering, Construction Engineering and Management, Embedded Systems and Technology, Environmental Engineering, Geotechnology Engineering, Industrial Engineering, Industrial Safety and Engineering, Information and Cyber Security, Machine Design, Metallurgical and Material Science of Engineering, Power Electronics, Structural Engineering, Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Venture Development, Master of Arts, English, Master of Science, Chemistry, Master of Science, Data Analytics, Master of Science, Mathematics, Master of Science, Physics, Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, Information Technology, who in the examination conducted by Vailtech Rangarajan Dr. Sakuntala R&D Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, in May-June 22, held for the purpose, have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the degrees and medals to the rank holders be presented by the chief guest.
Sai Suneel from Electronics and Communication Engineering Department.
Arjit, Vinay,
Honorable Chancellor, I now request that the 257 candidates whose names are herewith submitted be admitted to their respective degrees in absentia.
In the name and on behalf of the Board of Management of Vailtech Rangarajan Dr. Sakuntala R&D Institute of Science and Technology, I admit these candidates in absentia to their respective degree in their university. Students, you will have to stand now. And you will have to repeat the same, like with your right hand front. With your right hand front, you will repeat after me. We shall, in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of the institution. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members and shall devote all our energy to promote the unity, integrity and secular ideal of our country. It's not finished yet. Please keep standing. by virtue of the authority you don't repeat. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Vailtech Rangarajan Dr. Sakuntala R&D Institute of Science and Technology, I admit you to the several degrees for which you have been declared qualified, and in token whereof I authorize you to wear the academic robes ordained as insignia of your degree. Thank you.
I move that the thanks of the Convocation be tendered to the Chief Guest, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, for the address.
I dissolve this convocation ceremony. National Anthem.
Check.
I request the graduates to be seated. A small instruction. So, okay. The graduates who didn't receive your certificates can collect your certificates in Block 6 after 2 p.m. And one more, there is a Pandora box for you all, which the moment which you awaited. So you can post your graduation pics in the Insta page, #Vailtech Convocation 22, and tag your college at Instagram at Vailtech University official to win exciting prizes and chances to get featured in the Insta page. Thank you all. Have a great day. And photos you can receive and you can take pics opposite to Velmurugan Auditorium.
दर्द है तो सीने दे, ख्वाहिशें अनजान है अब क्या करें। शब्दों के पहाड़ों पे लिखी है दास्तां, ख्वाबों के लिफाफों में छुपा है रास्ता। हम चले बहारों में, गुनगुनाती राहों में, धड़कने भी तेज है अब क्या करें। ओ वक्त है
एक 5 स्टार एक 5 स्टार।
रमेश, सुरेश